Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Track R6 build. So as you can see in the last video, we dropped this engine. I already did a little degreasing, did a little clean on it, just so it's nicer to work on. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna pop the valve cover off and make sure there's nothing going on in the top end, in the head. So hopefully our issue is in the head and we don't have to go into the bottom end, but we might have to. So let's go ahead and find out. Super hyped, and I'm hoping it's not a big issue. Hopefully it's not like main bearings or something in the bottom end. Hopefully it's just like a broken valve or like something like that. You never know. It's gonna be a fun project anyway. I'm gonna learn a lot. Just so you know, this is the first sport bike 4-cylinder engine that I'm rebuilding. So if you're thinking about rebuilding a bike engine and you think, oh, this is too hard, this is too complicated, it's not that hard. As long as you have the manuals, you're following all the diagrams, do all the torque specs correctly, like everything's to spec, you should be good. It's not that hard. It's just a lot of parts. Attention to detail, but it's not that hard to take an engine apart if you know what you're doing. The valve cover should come off like that. There we go. So as you can see, this is what we have. So here are our camshafts, timing chain, cam gears. I'm gonna go ahead and start inspecting all of this, see if I see anything in here. And if not, we're going to keep going down into the engine. I also got the spark plugs out. And as you can see, as I'm taking everything apart, I make sure everything's super organized. I have it labeled valve cover bolts, and I have them in here. I have the spark plugs right here. I have my injectors in here. You just kind of want to keep everything in Ziploc bags or like organized and labeled. We're basically working on the heart of the bike. So just make sure you're super organized. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. Now that we have the spark plugs out, next what we got to do is we got to get the engine to top dead center. On this side right here, there's a little cover that we got to take out. Alright guys, so now that the engine is set to top dead center, that T in line is aligned with the bottom split of the case, and then there's markings right here on the cam gears. Now that the engine's at top dead center, there's a cam chain tensioner right here. We're gonna just go ahead and pop off that cam chain tensioner to get the tension off of this chain. So cam tensioner. You see that gives us our chain slack now. You should be able to start taking these caps off that hold the camshafts in. When you take these off, there's a specific way that you should loosen them. But you just want to kind of like keep the pressure as you're loosening it even on both sides, because you don't want to just loosen this side and then completely and then leave this side tightened, because that could like damage or even like crack your camshafts. Alright guys, so all the bolts are off, and now we can take these little caps off that hold the cams in. Just to show you how organized you should be when you're taking an engine apart. Everything is labeled with the post-it note. As I'm taking everything apart, I'm either putting it in Ziploc bags like that and labeling it, or I'm putting it into like little containers, like exhaust header bolts right here, and labeling it, or like a container like this. But this is gonna make your life so much easier when you're putting the engine back together. It's nice to have like a little rubber mallet like this, so you can just kind of like tap on these. Boom. I might as well just label everything with a Sharpie too, just so I know that this one, and then these are going to be exhaust. So let's put an E on there. There's also these little guides right here. If they pop out, you don't want to lose them. Alright, those are off. Now we should be able to take the cams out. So just slide the chain off. And there's the intake cam right here. Make sure you don't put that on the ground or nothing. I'm gonna go find somewhere nice to put that. Alright, so I got some Ziploc bags for the cams. We're gonna put that in a Ziploc bag. Yeah, an important thing as we're going through the engine, you want to get every little part and every surface that has friction. You want to inspect all those little parts and just look for wear and look for any score marks or any damage. As of now, from here, I can't really tell of any damages or anything, so we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna go ahead and take the head off next. So let me go ahead and package everything up into the bags, and we're gonna start taking the head off. Alright, so as you can see, the cams are out of the engine. We have everything organized in bags and labeled, as you can see here and here. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen the head bolts that hold the head in. so we can remove the head. Before we do that, there's chain guides that guide the cam chain. So in order to get those out, we're just gonna pop these little pins out. Those pop out like that. And then these cam guides are just gonna come out just so they're not in your way. That's one, the other one. So those are your cam guides and the little pin that holds them. I took a Sharpie and I labeled the numbers. You want to take the bolts off in a specific way just so you don't warp the head or cause any damage. So as you can see, I'm gonna put the numbers on the screen, but there's 1, 2, 3. When we loosen those bolts, we start off by this one. You only want to go half a turn. We're gonna only want to go half a turn at a time. So that's half a turn. Then we're gonna move on to bolt number 2. We're gonna crack it, and then we're only gonna do half a turn. That way we don't loosen the head too much and cause warpage. As you can see, all the head bolts are out. The head is ready to come out. So let's go ahead and lift it out. From what I can see in the top, there's nothing wrong with the valves or anything up here. Everything looks good. So it should just pop off. Boom. Look at that, guys. We don't want these little things to fall out. The little buckets or whatever they're called. We don't want them to fall out, so be careful. On the head, I'm gonna do a leak test just to see if there's any leaks in the valves. I'll show you how to do that later. You can do it using water to see if any of these valves are leaking. We're gonna carefully set this to the side right here. We're gonna come back to this. But for now, as you can see, these are our cylinders. So these are our pistons. This is what we kind of want to inspect to see if there's anything wrong in here. From what I can see in these two cylinders, there's no scoring on the walls, but I'm gonna go ahead and move the pistons and move the engine and kind of inspect the cylinders more. As of now, I do not see anything wrong in here. That could be good news and it could be bad news. I'm gonna have to flip this over and then I'm gonna have to pull the oil pan off and just kind of start going in from the bottom end of the engine, and maybe something down there is causing the noise or the issues. The pistons don't look to be damaged, the cylinders don't look to be damaged. So everything here looks good. Alright, so as you can see, guys, I'm going to go ahead and spin the crankshaft just so I can inspect the cylinder walls and the cylinders themselves. It's at top dead center right now, but as you can tell by these pistons, there's no major scoring or any bad grooves in the cylinder. You can kind of still see the honing in the cylinders. I'm going to try and move the crank so you can see the pistons move. So, alright, let's see here. Let's inspect these two now. Those look pretty good too, like, that's a good sign. Maybe the main bearings, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going and see maybe there's something wrong with those main bearings, because there's nothing wrong with the cylinders, the pistons, the head as it looks like, the cylinder walls. Everything looks good to me. Alright guys, so that's probably gonna be it for this video. If you guys like that video, give it a like, subscribe if you wanna see more of the R6 build. So as of now, we have the head off the engine. We're all the way down to the bottom end. We have the pistons and the cylinders right here. Everything visually looks good so far with the top end. What we're gonna do in the next video is we're gonna flip this around. We're gonna go in from the bottom, pop off the oil pan, and start going in from the bottom of the engine and see if there's anything wrong down there and see if we can find any issues there. I'm gonna keep inspecting this and see if I see any small little things. Our issue is probably gonna be in the bottom end. Hope you guys like this video. Give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.